Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna see if this thing is on. Just yo, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna. All right. Hear myself talking at the very beginning. I don't need to go on further, so I can hear myself echo twice, thrice. I don't know how I'm going to approach this topic, but improvise a little. I believe America is finished. As much as I enjoy playing games, having fun, and talking about other things, politics, having fun talking about politics, seeing whatever scenarios that we could think of as we vote for certain individuals or actually partake in running for office ourselves. But nonetheless, I'm just going to go ahead and say this if someone else doesn't want to tell you. And if this makes me sound too much of a pessimist, then I don't really care. I don't care. You got to know when to admit never you lost. America, you need to. Nobody defeated you other than yourself. The American people are just as corrupt as the corruption that they're trying to point out happening. The government. We got all these people, despite what level of corruption that they're engaged into. Guess who voted for them? The American people. I'm not going to beat around the bush and ignore this obvious sticking out sore thumb that is of the American people. How do you think your government get a hold to these children for them to traffic children in the first place? People. How do you think your government has gotten so much money and now their net worth is at an all-time high in the first place? People. How do you think these people ended up having mansions? People. How do you think that there is a position where some people, whether small or large, are in poverty? Who put them there? People. The common man or woman put them there. Now, you guys want to say that we're the United States of America, but yet you have a place of poverty. Now, either you're the United States or that you are not the United States. Because other than that, there should be no point in time where you would have someone who is homeless or impoverished in this country. These two things can't coexist. You're either united or you're not. Pick one. It reminds me of whenever someone made the joke of, you're a loner, you don't have any friends, do you? Well, if you're living in the United States, everyone's your friend. Because you're united, you idiot. Unless you mean to tell me that we're not united as much as you want to put on. I could go ahead and not even give the support of this place for false advertisement. This is false advertisement. People cross the border with obviously their papers. But now the border seems to be wide open and now we don't have any border. So you want to make them more included into our affairs just so you can get them engaged into your corruption, when you realize you can't win elections, or you can't win by the people's support that's in it, the country itself, I mean, rather. But in contrast to the bigger scheme of things, I'd say you're pretty screwed regardless of how this goes. No saving it. There's no saving this country. Now, that is unless the American people actually finally stop getting pushed around and used as cattle as they are by their employees. And they make the joke a lot saying, no, we're the boss. They're not the boss. Okay, so if that's the case, then why don't you get your ass up and say something about whenever you got your employees, who are government members, proactively engaging in corruption right in front of your damn face? Why haven't you done anything about that? Why haven't you said anything about it? Why are you just staying at home, not protesting, nothing? Just not even saying anything. And then on top of that, I don't even understand the point of protesting in the first place. Like, why would you protest? If you're the boss, what are you protesting for? Just walk in and just say, "Hey, I don't like this. I don't like your service. I don't like what you're doing. Get the fuck out." Why is this so difficult to say? Don't tell me you guys are too nice. No, 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 no. See, you're nice enough to want to take someone's rights away whenever it doesn't suit you. To disagree with another individual and start messing with their paycheck and their livelihood. You're nice enough to want to pervert children's sexuality as well as adults' sexuality. You're nice enough to want to push the idea of vax on an individual or individuals. Pushing a programming called schooling, which isn't schooling, and it definitely isn't public. They're all government owned. If you haven't noticed, prison and schools, public schools, have the same regulation. Different uniforms, same regulation. Their freedoms are not so different. If you go to school right now, no matter where you go, it's the same regulation, same rules. If you don't believe me, go look it up. Look up everything that you're supposed to do in prison, and look up everything that you're supposed to do in school. Where's the difference? Other than one place trying to give you the idea that you're going to learn these things and it's going to come in handy later on in life. Don't get me wrong. Learning math is definitely substantial for a better living and more knowledgeable life, especially whenever it comes to a time where you have to worry about something that involves counting. But then again, prison teaches you that too. You learn a bunch of that stuff in prison as well. They don't just be having you up there and just behind bars and that's it. It looks like to me like if you even look into whenever it's time for them to eat, they go to a cafeteria. That's the same way as schools do. But not to go too far off the topic, yeah, this is all government owned. But I have an argument with that. How is it government owned whenever the people own the government and they don't want to not only question the state of affairs that's happening, they won't do anything about it whenever they realize that it's something that shouldn't be done. Place is finished. Here's my solution. My solution is if you, the people, were once a strong people, how about you stop being weak? You're weak. Everyone can walk over you. Everyone, even outside of your country, can walk over you. They're walking over you right now. When you ask for oil via the humiliating, decrepit ass old man pedophile that you see in office right now, who his son even admits that he's a pedophile. What happened? Not only did big social media, big tech companies wanted to cover up these actions, almost as if they were all involved, and they quite frankly need to be also prosecuted as well by the law, under the extent of the law, excuse me. They need to be prosecuted. Even if they didn't directly engage in the crime, they have definitely acted as an accessory and tampering of evidence. Even TikTok. TikTok isn't even an American corporation, but guess what? It's tampered with evidence. It's tampered with a lot of evidence, including the evidence of all the people who have collected the feed that was live and regarding the January 6th incident. Including myself, I used to have all the stuff that you guys needed to know and what happened on January 6th. It would have never been up the question if you guys would have just simply looked at my account and there would have been all what you needed to know. But guess what TikTok decided to do? Delete my account. Ban my account multiple times. How many multiple times or multiples of times? 12 plus. I'm not saying it's just to look for publicity. I'm saying it because it's real. You can even ask my following that are on there and still on there to this very day. They haven't left nowhere. They're just bored as shit and got nothing else better to do. But you know, that's TikTok community for you. And they almost act like robots because when you tell them to come follow you somewhere else, they don't do it, and they really think that you only have an account on that thing. And also, it lets me know that TikTok has a bunch of bots on it too. Because those bots, if they cannot go in any other location, they can't go to any other platform, social media platform, then what I see is a robot. You don't even have a face. You're stuck on one platform, and if you say, come follow me there, what is that? I don't know how to do that, so I won't do it. Wait, what? What the fuck does that mean? Huh? That doesn't even make sense to me. But I'll tell you this. All these social platforms that are involved into hiding the information that we needed to know as the American people need to be prosecuted to the highest extent of the law. YouTube too. I might be on YouTube right now, but YouTube, no, it's time for you to go ahead and pay the piper, bruh. You're also responsible for hiding evidence and tampering with evidence. A lot of people have been trying to explain it, and you've been hiding it. You've been involved in it. You're not left off the hook. Now, despite how you guys may have your beliefs, this is going to be off topic, but it's going to a good place. I identify as a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Gad. Gadite. I'm not supposed to be giving you all these damn warnings, bro. I'm supposed to enforce the law. When it's broken, I will deal with you accordingly. Not here to babysit or hold your hand and guide you to a path of where you think that I'm going to coddle you. I'm not here to coddle you. I'm not here to be nice to you. If you're a lawbreaker, I'm supposed to treat you like someone who has broken the rule. I enforce the law and you're a breaker, and I will break you. It's very simple. Whenever I see people going up against the Bible's commandments, I take that shit incredibly seriously. Very seriously. Especially if it's from a people who they claim that they are supposed to be close to the law of the Bible. So take this scenario of what I'm doing and apply it to what YouTube has done. And YouTube has its business in the US of A. YouTube, what the hell happened to where you think you're not subjected under the law? You can do everything you want to. You can cancel accounts. You can shut down people's profiles whenever they don't apply their logic or their support for a certain group. It's just this one group, not any other group, but this certain group. You actually banned the current standing president at the time when he was in office. You banned him from your platform. He could have given you all the things that you asked for. In fact, you did ask for it, and he did give you all the evidence that you needed. You didn't listen. You listened to some other party, though. This other party who then decided to get you banned, or will make a push to get you banned, but you could have acted independently, but that's not what you did. Not what you did. And I swear to God, had it been left up to me, I would make sure that every single one of your companies, not just YouTube, but like, I'm talking about like Twitter, maybe Twitch, Instagram, all these companies, even Facebook, all these companies will not exist. Oh, they will cease from existing. I don't give a damn how rich you are. You can take your riches and go overseas because your rules and laws and regulations do not apply here. I swear to God, they don't. Just because you don't want to keep the law doesn't mean that everyone else should be subjected under your law. I see that as even. Don't try to get us to follow your rules if you can't follow ours. You got me fucked up. If I have a freedom of speech, you're supposed to allow that shit. I don't give a damn how outlandish it is. Get over it. You're an adult. Grow the fuck up. It is what it is. But furthermore, Furthermore, nobody's responsible for the destructive of the destruction of this country other than you, the people. You casted your votes for certain individuals so then they can establish their own laws, their own rules, and their own royal family in this country. Isn't that the reason why the monarchs have stopped? Because they said enough is enough. We're tired of having all this responsibility on just solely us and our family. That's why they stopped. They got tired of that shit. It was tiring. Then you guys want that shit to happen again. Apparently you're okay with that. You want communism, you want socialism, and all these failed ideas that never worked. And quiet as it kept, democracy doesn't work. It never worked. Every time a country tried democracy, it doesn't work. It fucking fell flat. Must I remind you of what happened in Rome? Got too big to fail, huh? And then it fell. Under its own footstep. Nobody defeated Rome but themselves. They're around, but they're like the very small foundation, the smallest of foundation of who they are. Used to be so great. Now they're horrible. Just a bunch of shit. Just living off of everybody else's backs. They're leeches on life. Sucks, huh? That's going to be us soon. Hell, we're in a recession currently, right now. And I was one of the few people that warned people before my account was obviously hit with flags and violations or whatever. I don't know what the fuck I violated. How do I violate something by using words? Shit's weird. Adults trying to enforce rules on other adults for saying words. Just words. You didn't go and make a plan to terminate somebody's life or anything. No, it's just you had a certain political view that we don't agree to, so let's go ahead and hit your account with a strike and multiple strikes. To where you can't monetize your shit, you can't even contact us to repeal any of the things that you talk about or anything. It's just stupid. It's really stupid. But again, this is also a thing that you guys have voted for, what you supported. So if you ask me, it's not just Joe Biden that's a criminal. Every single one of you are criminals. Whether you think you're involved or not. You actually are. Because all of this is happening underneath your nose. And you did nothing about it. Whatever happens to we the people are the boss and not the government. But then you let your government do whatever the fuck they want. To you. And us. The rest of us. Something's got to give. Yeah. I'll just stop there. Because I've been on a roll these last couple days. Thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe. And if you don't enjoy all the things that I talk about, I am not here to just take the things I'm talking about and make you feel good. Not your parent.